Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you about our FAQ page and go over all the questions step by step. Some people can read the answers and figure out how to make any modifications that they need, and sometimes it's a little bit more convenient for me to explain it. So I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and answer every one of the questions directly on our FAQ list. If there's anything else that you guys want added or need to know, feel free to comment below and let us know. But hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. Now on to the FAQs. So for a standard size bathtub, you're going to want one of our standard size bathtub kits. That'll be one kit for one tub. So if you have a garden style tub or a jacuzzi tub or just an oversized bathtub, like a tub for two or something, the best bet is to use one of our standard size Ekopels and also one of the sink kits. You can purchase them both at the same time, and if you can mix just the standard size kit. If you find that you need the other kit, you can mix it afterwards. Sometimes it stretches a little bit further than you'd imagine. So I would start with the one kit and have the second one on hand just in case. So if you have a shower pan or a shower tray, anything like that, or even a concrete bottom slab that you've created in your own designer bath shower, the sink slash shower pan size kit is going to be the perfect kit for you. It's a half a can of Ekopel pretty much, and a 1300 gram kit, and that's going to be perfect for that type of an application. So just like a brand new tub, Ekopel can last you for 3 days and it can last you for 20 years. As long as you use proper cleaning instructions and properly maintain your bathtub, you should get upward of 20 years from Ekopel. Ekopel is 1/8 of an inch thick, whereas the enamel that's on a brand new tub is only like 5 mils. It's a very thin material, and Ekopel is much more thick. If you mar it up over time and it gets a little bit scratched up, you can always polish it right back to life. The only things that can cause like long-term damages are heavy scratches or just failure to clean the tub ever. And the good prep is really what's going to give you the longevity. So in most cases you see 10 to 20 years of life out of Ekopel. So Ekopel is the only true odor-free material in the bathtub refinishing field. It is certified as pet and child safe. The only negative environmentally for Ekopel is if you were to drop an unmixed pail of material into the sea. It is hazardous to marine life, but as for people, it's very safe. There's no nonylphenol in it. Other knockoff type products, they use nonylphenol. It's a poison. It's banned in Europe, and soon it will be banned in all of the United States. It's banned in a couple of places right now, but that's a dangerous chemical. It's odorless, it's clear, and it's snuck into a lot of goods. So that's the main one to be careful about. Yes, you can apply as many coats of nonslip as you need over time. Sometimes the texture wears down a little bit, so I would recommend putting a new nonslip on there once every 2 to 3 years. A nonslip kit is a 100 gram kit of Ekopel that has silica sand beads inside of it. They're made to be textured, not textured enough to scratch your feet, but textured enough to keep you in place. So our bathtub wax is specifically engineered to not be slippery on the bathtub. As long as you polish it on there properly and follow the instructions, it will not be slippery. The original Refinish bathtub is specifically designed to be easy to clean. You can take it and it is machine washable. You can take it and throw it right in the washing machine, and you'll be ready to go. Unfortunately, with DIY products, there's no guarantee that you're going to do a great job, but we try to put all the tools and pieces in place to help you the best we possibly can. Our demo videos, our written instructions, we're also available for phone and chat instruction. We try our best to help every customer the best that we can, but unfortunately, if something goes wrong in the process, there's not really anything we can do to help because we didn't actually do the application. But there are pros you can hire if you don't feel confident, and you can also sand everything down and recoat if you need to. Again, we're happy to help tell you exactly what products you can use to do any type of a repair afterwards. So feel free to write into the chat or call in if something is to go wrong, and we'll do our absolute best to help you. So for a clawfoot tub, you're going to need one standard size Ekopel kit if you're looking to do the inside only. And normally we recommend that you use standard paint to do the outside because it's not getting exposed to water. But if you'd feel more comfortable with Ekopel as well, the best bet is to flip the tub upside down. Use one full can on the outside, wait 24 to 36 hours, flip it over, and then use a second can on the inside. So when you're using Ekopel for countertops, there are a few different sizes. We have a half-gallon kit, we have a gallon kit, and then we've also got the 2-gallon surround size kit. These measurements also equate to doing wall tile, but for a half-gallon size kit, usually you can get 5 to 10 square feet. For a gallon size kit, you can get anywhere from 20 to 30 square feet. And for a 2-gallon kit, which is the same as a surround kit, usually you can get 40 to 50 square feet. You can stretch it a little bit further, you can go a little shorter, but those are a good guideline for what you'll get for coverage. So when it comes to chip repairs, our material is not made to fill any areas. So you're going to want to sand it down and do a full-on chip repair or scratch or crack repair with Bondo or fiberglass before you apply a touch-up kit. So we do have demo videos that show exactly how to use the product and how to do a proper repair. But I would suggest if you repair whatever damage it is with Bondo, and then if it's a flat surface, you can apply Ekopel touch-up kit, and if it's a vertical surface or a top corner, then you would want to use the spray touch-up kit. So you can dye your hair or use a bath bomb, but you're going to want to wait 14 days after curing for the material to get as hard as it's going to get to avoid any type of staining in the tub. So based on the temperature, 24 hours, 36 to 48 would be the longest, but typically it's after 24 hours. You'll be able to feel how hard the tub is if you push your nail into a corner somewhere. If it's still soft, it's still wet, but giving it 36 hours is almost always safe. Once the process is complete, Ekopel's going to get, the remaining Ekopel's going to get hard inside of the can and cure right in there, and it'll be 100% regular, disposable in the trash. It'll be just a solid material. It won't stay wet. It won't be throwing away latex paint or something. It'll get hard right in the container. Just throw it right in the trash, and it's perfectly fine to get rid of. So if your tub's worn down, etched down through the porcelain, or there's a crack or anything like that, best bet is to sand down the surface, remove any rust or any loose peeling off material, anything like that. You can, if it's etched down and all divoted on the bottom, you can fill it with Bondo, but Ekopel is going to bond, and it will level out for the most part on flat surface areas such as the bottom of the tub. So for other materials, you're going to need masking tape, masking paper. You're going to want to use Lysol Power if the tub hasn't been refinished before to thoroughly clean and etch the surface. If the tub has been refinished before, you're going to want to get some sandpaper. I recommend 80 grit and 220 grit to sand down the finish, and then wash it out well with water afterwards. But you could also use a putty knife or a razor blade to cut off and clean any silicone that's around the edges. You can't apply the material over that. Aside from that, everything else you need will come inside the kit. You'll get the roller, and we use the flaps as a scooper to scoop up the excess, and that'll be all you need. So before you apply Ekopel 2K, it's best to thoroughly clean the tub. So if it's previously been refinished, you're going to want to sand down the finish with 80 grit and then again with 220 grit sandpaper. This is going to smooth out the surface and scratch it up so that you can get a good tight bond. For a tub that has not been refinished, we recommend using Lysol Power toilet bowl cleaner or any acidic toilet bowl cleaner. This is just going to eat the finish and clean off any soap, scum, mold, mildew, anything like that from the piece. So for Ekopel 2K, all the product lines from the 100 gram kit all the way up to the full size kit, the mixing process is simple. It's just a hand stir for 10 full minutes. Then you want to give it 5 to 10 minutes of induction time. This allows for any air pockets to break free, and from there you're going to want to give it another 1 to 3 minute stir, and then you need to pour it right after that. You don't want to leave it sitting for an hour and a half. It's not going to level out properly. So that's the best way to mix it, and we also have a full video demonstration of that, and we'll tag that below as well. When there's silicone caulking or any silicone residue on the bathtub itself, you have to 100% get that off of there. There are several different ways you can do it, but if you leave the residue on there, it's going to fisheye and the Ekopel is not going to stick to it. So the best bet is, I find the best way to do it is to take a razor blade, cut out the thick portion of silicone, and then take a flat razor blade and scrape the excess off. If there's still a residue on there, if you use nail polish remover or alcohol, that will soften up the residue and you'll be able to wipe most of it off. But while it's wet, you can also go over it with the razor blade while it's wet with the alcohol or acetone, and that will take it all off. So for any type of soap, scum, or residue on the tub, you have to clean the tub 100%. This is the most imperative part besides mixing of the entire process. If you apply Ekopel over soap scum, the Ekopel is going to stick forever to the soap scum. So when the soap scum peels off, the Ekopel is going to peel off. So make sure you clean the tub very, very good, and the bond that you're forging is with the porcelain directly or with the fiberglass directly. So when it comes to the drain, if you're confident to remove and replace the drain, or if you have a plumber coming to actually upgrade your drain, I would suggest removing the drain before you do the tub. That's not for everyone. Some houses are older and harder to remove them, and sometimes you just don't have the confidence or want to hire a plumber to do that. In that case, we have a full drain taping video where we show how to tape the drain properly, how to scoop the excess off of the drain properly, and do everything with leaving the drain in. If you apply the material without the drain, we still recommend covering the hole for the drain while you pour the tub but as soon as you finish pouring the tub, you can remove the tape and let the excess run right down the drain hole into a plate or a cup or something that you sit underneath it to catch the excess. It's much easier without taping the drain, where you just remove it, but again, it's more difficult to take the drain out and then put in a new drain. So temperature is another important part of the Ekopel process. Ekopel should be applied somewhere between 72 degrees and 78 degrees. What happens if you apply Ekopel too cold? It takes longer to dry. So Ekopel is a 24-hour curing product. If you do it at, say, 68 degrees, the material is going to take longer to flow down. It's going to drip down the wall at a slower pace, and it's going to take you longer to complete the project. On top of that, it's going to take probably closer to 48 hours to dry because it's not the correct temperature. Alternatively, if you do it at 80 degrees or 85 degrees, the material is going to run down the wall a lot faster. By doing this, it's going to be much more thin on the walls, and it's going to dry faster, so you'll have a shorter cure period. If you do the tub at 85 or 90 degrees, it's very likely that it's going to be a translucent type finish on the top pieces, and you're also only going to have probably 45 minutes to work with the material. So keeping it in the temperature range makes it a lot easier to work with and makes it a better product. So 72 to 78 is my recommendation. So with Ekopel, there's not going to be any odor or any fumes. We recommend keeping the windows closed so you can control the climate and also so you don't let bugs in. Unlike some of the quicker drying paints, Ekopel is going to stay wet for 16, 17 hours, and if bugs, bugs are flying in the window, landing on it, it's pretty hard to get them out that late in the process. So we recommend keeping the windows shut and keeping the climate controlled. So the best ways to prevent Ekopel from going down and clogging your pipes and your drain is to remove the drain. That's the number one way to do it. If that's impossible or something that you don't feel up to par with, we have a full video showing you exactly step by step how we prevent material from going down the drain. But I would stuff a paper towel into the drain as an added precaution, and then I'd go over the top with 2 layers of masking tape and then cut out the masking tape. From there, you want to give the tub 3 to 4 hours from the time you pour it, scoop the excess off of the tape, and then remove the tape, and you'll be good to go. No material down the drain. If you let Ekopel go down the drain, just like with any paint material or any type of material that doesn't belong down the drain, it will 100% clog your drain, and you will 100% be hiring a plumber to remove the pipes and replace them with new ones. There is no chemical that will eat it away. There is no drill that will go through it. If you let Ekopel go down the drain, you will ruin your drain. Very important. Do not let Ekopel go down the drain, no matter what. So if you get streaks or drips in the product, typically it's because you touched the material too late in the process. And we recommend once you pour the walls, you don't touch the walls again. If an hour into the process you hit the walls with the roller, it's going to start re-leveling all over again, except this time the levelant is almost all evaporated off. So as it runs down, it's going to run down in streaks or it's going to run down in drips. If this is happening on a bathtub, that's how it occurs. If you're wondering how to prevent streaking on a surround piece, failure to use enough material is the main reason that you get streaks on the walls. There's just not enough Ekopel to go down. The other thing that can happen is if the material's too hot, it will come down in streaks as well, because it'll be translucent in some areas and not in others because it's too hot and it's running too fast. So control the temperature and work quickly with the material, and you won't get streaking. When it comes to drips and streaking and things like that, touch-up kits are available. Also have a couple of repair videos showing how to use each one of the products, and we'll link those to this as well. So if you don't have Lysol Power available to you, any acidic toilet bowl cleaner is going to be the best product to use to clean the bathtub before using it. But alternatives to acidic toilet bowl cleaners as well are like CLR or any type of very deep cleaner, and then a scrub pad. Those are your best friends. We're not really trying to etch the tub as much as we're trying to clean it as thoroughly as possible. So whatever you can use to clean it the best you can. Remember, if there's soap scum on the tub, Ekopel is going to stick to the soap scum, not to the tub. Yes, so Ekopel is an oil-based material, and water and oil, as we know, do not mix. So you want to reroute the water or shut the water in the house off before you do the process. You can take like a bike inner tube and run it into the overflow. That's what professionals would do. If it's a very slow drip, you can put like a plastic glove over the spigot, and you can shut the water off. There are plenty of options, but you do not want water to get inside of the finish. If you see yellow or brown stains on the tub, the cause of those is part B oxidizing as it hits the air. So what has happened is the material wasn't mixed thoroughly enough, and the material is oxidizing. The only solution that we found for this, well, we found two. One is to do a deep clean with Mr. Clean Magic Eraser mixed with baking soda. That scrubs the residue off in most cases. In extreme cases where it's just completely separated, the tub will need to be recoated. It's something that's easily preventable. There are two different things you can do to prevent it, but option one, you're gonna make sure you follow the mixing instructions to the T, and option two is after you've mixed it properly and poured the tub, if you hit the bottom with a heat gun or a blow dryer, that's gonna pop any residual bubbles, and that will make sure that you don't get part B sitting on the top of the finish. So after you finish the process, typically I remove the wall masking tape right away, probably within the first hour, and then from there, the tape on the drain and the tape on the outside floor, you're going to need to give that 4 to 6 hours for the material to stop running first. So during the process, if the material is still wet, you can wipe it off with just an alcohol wipe or like a Clorox wipe. If the material is dry, you're going to want to heat it up with a heat gun if it's in a hard area, and then you'll be able to scrape it right off. But typically, you're going to want to, in order to get it off, you need to heat it up. If it's on like linoleum or laminate, sometimes it's a little harder to get off, because if you heat it up, you're also going to heat up the glue underneath. Best bet is just to be extra careful on the front end and not get it on there. If you see it, go around at the end of the process and look and see if you can find material, and then clean it off while it's wet, because it will come right off. But afterwards, heat is the only thing that can soften the material up. Once the process is complete, Ekopel is going to get the remaining Ekopel is going to get hard inside of the can and cure right in there, and it'll be 100% regular, disposable in the trash. It'll be just a solid material. It won't stay wet. It won't be like throwing away latex paint or something. It'll get hard right in the container. Just throw it right in the trash, and it's perfectly fine to get rid of. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the RBS FAQs. If you guys have anything that we missed or you'd like for us to add to the FAQ list, feel free to comment below. Hit the thumbs up button. We really appreciate that. You guys have been giving us a lot of love the last couple of months, and our subscriber rate has been going up, so we really appreciate that. Again, hit that like button. I want to see 100 million likes on this video. It would mean so much to us. but we're happy to help. If you guys want to buy Ekopel, we've got it on the website, we've got it on Amazon, and any new products, any new ideas, we're happy to get them. So subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll see you guys next week.